If there are two things that come to mind when imagining the iconic superhero, it'd probably be their fantastic costumes and their fantastic names. Together, these two things form the alter ego, which most importantly makes the hero look cool, but also hides their true identity. They allow Peter Parker to protect his family, and Oliver Queen to protect his reputation. Bruce Wayne's alter ego Batman is the reason he can be more than just a guy in a suit. Instead, he is a symbol of hope and of fear. Okay, so then why would any superpowered person choose not to use one? Hello, I'm DK, and this is Alter Ego, the show that strives to take a deeper look at some of our favorite names in comics. Luke Cage, hero for hire from Harlem. The first black superhero to headline his own solo title. He would be a man set apart and, for many, above any other heroes of the day. Inspired by Shaft and similar films, creators Archie Goodwin, George Tuska, and John Romita Sr. knew they wanted to bring that same tone into comics. Luke was not going to be a secretive work from the shadows kind of hero. He was also not going to be a soaring above the masses kind of hero. No, Luke would be a boots to the pavement man of action where what you see is what you get. And a guy like that doesn't much care for grandiosity. So when his first issue was published in June of 1972, there was no larger-than-life title for him. Instead, in bold yellow lettering at the top of the page was simply his name and his occupation. Luke Cage, hero for hire. The issue opens with him locked away in Seagate Prison for a crime he did not commit. And it's here that then-named Carl Lucas gains his impenetrable skin and super strength. After being persuaded by a scientist to take part in a cell regeneration program, he is submerged in a vat of chemicals. And that's when things go terribly wrong. Because when don't they, with superhero origin stories? Lucas is left in far too long, and soon finds himself breaking out of not just the vat, but also the prison with his newly found strength. Now a fugitive, Carl Lucas takes on the name Luke Cage, and eventually decides to capitalize on his super abilities by becoming a hero for hire. It's worth noting he does try to fit into the superhero scene a bit with his costume, but having a hero name never seems to cross his mind. He then takes to intervening in the dealings of crime syndicates, making sure to always leave behind his trademark calling card. Completely off topic here, but did you know that Nicolas Cage actually changed his name from Nick Coppola to Nick Cage because of Luke Cage? Did he know it wasn't Luke's original name? Anyway, it wasn't until February of 1974 that he first tried a bona fide alter ego on for size. He noticed the name Luke Cage wasn't exactly drawing headlines, and he wanted something more flashy to contend with the likes of Spider-Man and Iron Man. Hey, more press means more pay, right? So, in the middle of an already existing run, issue 17 to be exact, the writers changed the title of the series from Luke Cage, Hero for Hire to Luke Cage, Power Man. We find out exactly how and why he chose the name in this issue. It begins with Luke being contracted to visit Stark Industries and requisition an experimental suit of armor. While doing exactly that, he's confronted by Iron Man, who informs Luke that he's actually stealing it and the man who wants the suit is a thief. The two then join forces to stop him. Luke rips the door off of the villain's escape ship, later exclaiming, "Chalk it up to Black Power, man." And eureka! He has it. The comic ends with Luke parting ways with Iron Man, informing his new ally to address him under his new name, Power Man. He would go on to hold this title steadily for a number of years, through adventures with the Fantastic Four, the Defenders, and his now best friend, Iron Fist. But it did ultimately end up being relatively temporary, as, like a number of other heroes, he opted to change his name back to the original. There are many reasons why a character would do this. They may be turning over a new leaf, like Emma Frost, or maybe they were never quite able to find a pseudonym to fit, like Kitty Pryde. Perhaps their transformations were just so public that there was no real reason to use an alter ego at all, as is the case of the Fantastic Four, and especially Ben Grimm, who couldn't even hide his powers if he tried. Or, you know, they could just be like Tony Stark and not feel like hiding at all. I am Iron Man. But what was Luke's motivation to drop Power Man? Well, similarly to Emma Frost, he wanted to wipe his slate clean. He had just gotten out of a mess involving Iron Fist's death, then resurrection, and found a job with the Chicago Spectator to once again become Luke Cage, Hero for Hire. He was flying solo and didn't need flamboyant words like power to get the job done. So writers began calling him Luke Cage again in 1992, in his new series simply titled Cage. And that's how things remained until this past year when Power Man made a comeback in the reboot Power Man and Iron Fist. Sweet Christmas, that was a journey. So, what do you think? Do you prefer Luke Cage or Power Man? Also, how do you feel about alter egos in general? Are they necessary or overused? Let us know in the comments below. Also, I really hope he says Sweet Christmas in the show. I haven't actually seen it yet, but it was kind of his thing. Alright guys, if you happen to like this show and want some more of it, check out this playlist of all the alter egos to date. If you really dig our stuff and want to help support NerdSync, go check us out on Patreon. And if you aren't able to support us on Patreon but still want to help out, you can click up here to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on all the videos we have coming out. Also, all these links work on mobile now! How awesome is that?